Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Trina Hinkley from The Expanded Self. So chatting a little bit more today about meditation, and because I chatted about something else yesterday, um, today I'm going to sort of just do a brief overview of some of the types of meditation and how you might get a meditation practice started if you'd like to have one as part of your daily routine. So typically when we think of meditation, we think of the yogis sitting cross-legged in silence on their cushions, their beautiful cushions. Love their cushions. Um, and engaging in a silent meditation, eyes closed, focusing on the breath, very still and not easily distracted by anything that goes on around them, so able to maintain their focus on their meditation. But there are actually really lots of types of meditation, and that particular type of meditation doesn't suit everyone. For some people, that sort of meditation doesn't work at all. So I just wanted to share about a couple of types of meditation that I've played with, that I use at different times in my practice, so that I can keep engaged and keep enjoying my practice and reaping all of those wonderful benefits from meditation. So, of course, there is the silent meditation. We think of that as a passive meditation. It can be sitting or lying in stillness, and it's generally quiet. So you can have internal practices like following the breath, or naming the thoughts, or naming your emotions. There are also creative imagery or visualization practices that can serve as meditation practices. Lots of people enjoy these because it gives them something to focus on, so it can be really useful for a lot of people. And these are the sorts that are often used in the apps that are available these days. So the idea is to use creative imagery to help manifest something in your life, or to perhaps help you create a space that you can drop into more easily to gain the benefits of meditation. There are also open eye meditations. So these can be really useful if you've got a bit of a habit of falling asleep during meditation. So they'd usually be done sitting up. Often they're focusing on something like a candle, or you might be focusing on the horizon or something in nature. Generally you'd have soft eyes, so your eyes might be partially closed, and you sort of have that little bit of a lack of focus in your eyes. There are also moving meditations, so these can be things like yoga or Tai Chi practices, but also one that's available to anybody that you don't need to take a class or learn a special practice about is just a walking meditation. So particularly if you're in nature, there are some beautiful walking meditations that you can use that can be really lovely. And the final one that I wanted to mention was chanting meditation. So this is one that I particularly love and that I find can be really grounding and beneficial for me. I do mine in Sanskrit because I have a few Sanskrit chants that I like to use, but other languages are also used in chanting meditations. And Sanskrit's a really old language. Some say up to about 5,000 years old. And one of the things I like about doing that is that I don't know what the words are, so it means that I can't get hung up on what I'm actually saying. What else did I? Oh, one of the things with chanting is that repetition is a real key. So it's saying the same thing, chanting the same thing over and over again. And just a couple of pointers on how to get started, and many of these you might already be familiar with, but sometimes I find it really useful to have reminders of these things. So there are opportunities, of course, to join a class, and there are lots of meditation classes around now. I've posted a blog on meditation, the second of my two-part blog series on meditation, on my website this week, and I've got some links in there, or a link in there, to meditation class that I actually really like, so you're welcome to check that out. You can read a book on meditation. Again, there are lots and lots of books available, and I've given a beginner book or an introductory book in my blog as well that you can have a look at. There are lots of apps also. So I did just want to say a little bit about the apps. There's not a lot of evidence behind the apps and that they're actually really useful, except for a few of them. So the ones that do have some evidence behind them that we know can have some beneficial outcomes. Firstly, Smiling Mind seems to have the most evidence behind it. So I've given a link to that in my blog. and it's free. So jump on there and have a look. It's free for you to use. Headspace also is a free app and has, I think it's a free app. Maybe there's a little small payment somewhere down the track. Also some evidence behind that it's beneficial and effective, and a link again in my blog for that. And the other one is Mindfulness Daily, which is linked in with some of the work that Jack Cornfield does, who's a lovely Buddhist meditation facilitator and teacher, and has written one of the books that I really love on meditation that I've named in my blog as well. At the moment, that's free. It's normally, I think, $97 US. So jump on, click on the link, find and sign up for it while it's actually still free. You can have a go at doing it on your own. So sometimes I will, sit on my cushion and do my own meditation. I think that's great if you've got a few techniques already that you can use. And you're welcome to connect with me for a personalised meditation practice if that's useful. I do have a meditation on my on my website that's free to download at the moment, and will continue to be free. So go to the treasures page on my website. So that's theexpandedself.life/treasures, and follow the various links and you'll be able to download that meditation. I do have another one that I'll record in the next few days and pop up there that will also be free. And just some tips on actually starting your practice. So just start with small amounts of time. Make sure that it's at a time that you can commit to regularly. It's a really good way to start. Keep it at the same time every day or the same time every week is really helpful in creating a habit. Give yourself a little time frame around it. So say, I'm going to do this for the next 3 weeks. And then commit to that for 3 weeks and do it in love and in gratitude to make it easier for yourself. Find a style of meditation practice that really works for you, that you really love, because that's going to keep you coming back to it if you really enjoy it. Make a little space in your home to do it, or make a special space in nature outdoors somewhere if that's what's going to work for you and if you have access to that. I mentioned give yourself a gentle goal and just be a little bit patient. Like with anything, it can take a little while for the benefits to kick in. So some of the evidence suggests that it might be about 3 to 6 weeks before we start seeing some benefits from meditation. So keep that in mind when you're having your practice and engaging in your practice, is that it will take a little while, just like physical activity. So I hope that's given you a little bit of insight today into the types of meditation that might work for you and how you can kick off a practice. Have a great day, everyone. I'll pop back on Friday with another little meditation for you to try. See ya.